The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by the barbecue broker.
What's up?
What's
my dog?
happening?
How you doing?
I'm good. What's happening?
Oh, not much.
C-Mac, first in the chat. Hey-o.
Log it into the chat.
There you go.
Yeah. How's your week?
Hot.
How's your Father's Day? Happy Father's Day.
Busy.
Well, we already talked, obviously. What'd you cook? Anything exciting?
Oh, I did 3 pork butts. Mm-hmm. Small, like 5-pounders. Mm-hmm. 3 of those. Had a rack of ribs.
Okay.
Some wings.
Okay.
Some burgers.
Okay.
And I had to do some more pork belly because I needed it for pictures for Dave.
Did you use Big Rome's rub on anything?
The
comp saison.
Wings and ribs.
Okay. I did chicken kebabs with them. Came out dynamite.
Oh, the color, man, I'm telling you, the color on the ribs. Oh,
Dynamite. Oh, they looked really good.
Fantastic.
I had the opportunity of cooking 8 briskets for 8 dads on Father's Day.
And you cooked yourself a peanut butter and jelly.
And I basically ate Wendy's with my son.
Chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Anthony actually hung out with me all night.
I saw the pictures of him with the
I taught that boy I taught that boy at 5:30 in the morning how to know when a brisket is ready to be taken off just by just by feel. And I tested him for the last 4 briskets. I taught him on the first 4, tested him on the last 4. And he was like, "Yeah, this one feels a little stiff in the middle here." He's doing the old lift in the middle with the towel over it. I mean, I was proud of him.
Hi, Uncle Steve.
He hit him.
Go get that swim meet.
He hit him right on too, right up to the last 4. He knew exactly just by the feel of it, and I was teaching him. So had fun. Got to spend time with one of my boys, and then basically went out to eat the next day. Didn't really have time to smoke for myself, but tomorrow I got some beef cheeks going on the smoker and a rack of ribs. My wife's favorite, the beef cheeks. Oh, and you know what I'm going to be cooking with the beef cheeks?
Scorpion?
I know our guest today's from Texas, and today I brought a slice of Texas with me.
Yeah, we'll get there. Don't jump the goddamn gun.
I'm just saying, I'm going to use this for the beef cheeks tomorrow.
We'll get there.
You want me to save this?
Well, yes, save that.
It's just a little bag of post oak. It's nothing.
Motherfucker. See what I deal with? Oh, Miss Jean heard that. Sorry, Miss Jean.
What? Don't ruin the...
Will you tell her, everybody, who today is brought to you by?
Today's brought to you by Uncle Steve's Shake. Look, the reason why no one's coming to your barbecue is because you're not obviously using Uncle Steve's Shake. Okay? But your neighbor, he's got a line waiting to get into his backyard because he is using Uncle Steve's Shake, which means one thing, Chrissy. What's it mean, Chrissy? It's your line. You better get to some right now. You didn't know it was your line. I just gave it to you. But every week I want you to read that line. Uncle Steve's Shake is handmade, uses only the finest ingredients, comes in over 10 amazing flavors, including their competition line, Dessert Shake, South Texas Red. So delicious. If you can eat it, Uncle Steve has a shake for it. And if you have any shake questions, Uncle Steve has fantastic customer service. He'll walk you through all your shake needs. It's time to take your backyard barbecue game and your competition game to that next level with Uncle Steve's Shake. Shake someone everything, Chrissy.
I thought that was my line. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Your line is when I give you a line.
Brought to you by 2 Guys Smoke Shop and 2guyscigars.com. Whether we are barbecuing or not, we always keep the smoke rolling thanks to our friends at 2guyscigars.com. Today we are smoking Vecino, Nicaragua. Thanks to our friends at 2guyscigars.com, we get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit 2guyscigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's the number 2guyscigars.com.
Yeah.
Also brought to you by Backline Smokers and Fabrication out of Austin, Texas. Look, you guys looking for a top-of-the-line pit or live fire device, you got to check out our boy Ryan Newland at Backline Smokers in Austin, Texas. Everything he builds is custom. Nothing comes out of his shop looking the same. Total one-off custom pits, live fire devices. He builds a thing called the multi-tool, which you can put a planche on, you can grill on it. And I believe our guest today has a multi-tool. We can talk about that. But no two pits are the same. Possibilities are endless with anything that comes out of Ryan's shop. So give Ryan Newland a check. It's backlinefabrication.com. It's out of Austin, Texas. And I can't speak enough volumes of the smoker that I own. And also brought to you by our newest member of the family.
CustomCuttingBoardsRus.com. Our boy Ian Hemming out of Magnolia, Texas.
Yes.
Guys and girls, I'm telling you, Ian makes the last cutting board you will ever need.
True story.
Ever. Be from the dishwasher board to the brisket board to the soon-to-be the Texas. Look at that. The Texas cutting board.
They got the Texas
board. The soon-to-be on the market pizza board, which has been working phenomenal.
That's a nice cheese board.
That's a Texas
charcuterie board.
Thank you.
They got it.
My eye tooth got in front of my tongue.
Let's do it live, John. Let's go.
But yeah, 100% U.S. made.
Best.
Everything.
Yep.
Right here. Give them a shot.
Yep.
That's Custom Cutting Boards, the letter R, us.com.
Booyah.
Engraving. Ian, get in touch with him. Engrave
the engraving's
whatever you
top
want.
notch. It's
Top
awesome.
notch.
Yep.
He will take care of you.
100%.
Custom Cutting Boards, us.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So before we get into the
I'm
guests,
not eating
we're
a
not doing this
scorpion.
now. We have a dried up scorpion here that we're gonna save.
not eating a
We're gonna
scorpion.
save it till the end. We're gonna make you guys wait. But there's a stinger in here that they say there's a little bit of venom in here, and I want to see if John's mouth starts to sag to the left a little bit after the show.
what happens when I
It's
stab
either
you in the eye
John
with
or
it.
myself
There you
or
go.
both will be eating the scorpion at the end of the show, or we're gonna make Chrissy do it. We haven't decided yet.
Chrissy's already done it for the record.
Well, we haven't seen it, so it
times,
doesn't
and
count.
no one else has.
It doesn't
pictures,
count,
it doesn't
Chrissy,
count.
unless we see it, like the tree when it falls in the woods. Does it really make a sound unless you hear
All
it?
right. Watch the previous podcast I just did. You can hear it live on air when I eat.
Was it
the
crunchy?
thing. It was super.
All right,
crunchy.
enough.
Okay, sorry.
Enough.
Was it earthy?
Yeah, oh, very.
Okay.
Very umami.
You want me to leave?
Umami is a new category.
I can go out to drinks with Alton and Gene.
I was gonna say, I
Just
feel
And
like-
I'll just leave
Just-
you here with your scorpion.
Introduce
How about we get
the
to the
guests.
I'm trying to.
We'll get to the scorpion
If you
later.
Zip your lip for a half a second.
Get to the scorpion. Get to the guests.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it's been over a year. Your water's going to fall. You're going to fall. Jesus Christ, what a show
Oh
this
my
is.
God. What is it?
Oh, my God.
Can't believe it's been a year, and it was my first episode that we had this last guest on.
Keep it up.
Correct?
It might be your last.
Ooh, I love threats.
Been a year. So much has happened. And looks like we have a second guest with us also who made a cameo appearance the first time around, but now we got the Matthews in the house, the Dawgfatha himself, Mrs. Dawgfatha herself. Ladies and gentlemen, Alton and Jean Marie. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
I got the full name there. Am I talking to my mom?
The problem was a couple weeks ago when we went on that 100,000 subscriber giveaway tier. That's what I was hearing every night. Jean Marie, take care of it. I have to go check the comments. Jean Marie. So just Jean Marie is stuck in my head now.
That's right. Cause what did you say your title? What did you say that was? You're the chief. What?
I'm the CSO.
The CSO
I'm
here.
the CSO.
What does that mean?
Chief Supporting Officer.
So she does everything.
Oh, I
else we do.
like.
I was going to say chief smoking officer, but that works. Chief supporting officer works good.
I don't touch the pits.
Nice.
Nice. So
Exciting
what
to have
is
you guys.
happening, guys? It is great to see you. How you doing?
Man, we're doing great, man. We're sizzling away down here in this humid Texas air, but other than that, man, we're cranking along, man. We're enjoying what we're doing with the dog pound and watching the dog pound just grow. And dude, we're just loving it.
Yeah, you can say it's grown since the last episode.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
Just
bit.
about 98,000 subscribers.
How
So
amazing
give or
is
take.
that? How amazing is that?
So anyway, while we're face to face, congratulations to the both of yous on 100,000. And I haven't seen them yet. There's a congratulations to Federico too, because he's part of this. You know what I mean? But yeah,
So, yeah, Federico he's out of state right now. Spending some time with the family and all that. But yes, he's the third part of our team, and we have to make sure we absolutely give him his due. I call him the official photographer of the Dawgfatha's Barbecue YouTube channel, but him and Gene were the integral parts in getting us all started. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for mentioning Federico.
oh, absolutely. He might get fired during this show, and he ain't even here.
He ain't even here.
You know how that works.
Day off.
How the hell is he gonna get fired on his day off? He'll find a way.
He might message in. He might message
He
in.
just might. He just might.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So let's go right to the elephant in the room. No, we're not going there yet. I got a text message about, a week and a half ago from our good friend Ryan Newland at Backline Fabrication, Backline Smokers. And it was, hey, Mags, are you up? I go, I am now. He goes, you want to see pictures of Alton's Pit? Yes, I do. So I've been sitting here button-lipped for the past week and a half. So what did you add to BBQ Blvd?
What did you do?
What did we do?
What did you do?
Did we do something?
It was
Oh, you mean this? So we got this Uncle Steve shake. which
Yeah.
is some,
That's some
not
good
this,
stuff.
I'm talking about this.
No,
No,
it's a little bigger than
a
that.
little bigger than that.
Oh, you're talking. He's talking about our custom burn-ins board, the Texas burn-ins board. Is that what you're talking about?
Close.
A little bigger than that. A little bigger.
A little bigger.
Not that. Not that.
You're getting warmer.
Oh, that. No, man. Yeah, Ryan completely killed it. Again. For those of you guys out there that don't know, Backline Smokers, our brother Ryan, the way he likes to do his pits is, you have a lot of conversation with him. He gets to know you, whatever. And the next thing you know, he builds your pit. You don't get to see it. Other people that may be close to you, they might be able to get some input in it and see it or whatever, but you don't get to see it. And so today was the first day I laid eyes on this smoker. And I got to tell you, man, it's phenomenal. It was, and I told him, I said, it feels a little weird. And I said, it feels weird because I've been with you so much when somebody else's pit is being built or they're coming to pick it up for a pit reveal or whatever it might be. And I'm completely, excited for them, and whatever. And I'm sitting here looking at this pit and I'm like, okay, whose is this pit? Whose is this pit? And then, you look at it and Mags, you've seen it. And Greg, I'm sure you've seen it.
Mm-hmm. I have now.
I missed first time it was in the trailer still. We're hooking it up to winch it out or whatever. And I missed it the first time I looked because I was just so in awe, of everything he does. And he says, you didn't even see this, did you? And he brought me back around the front and you could see where he plasma cut in the logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, looks so good.
It was awesome. It's awesome. So, and then with, a little tidbit there, when you see the pictures of where the logo is, you see the studs that are on the side. Now, funny thing is, again, this is Ryan, man, and his creativity and how his attention to detail. We were in a discussion about something a couple of weeks back, 2-3 weeks ago. We were just talking about something, and I had mentioned to him, I saw something that had studs, and I was like, dude, that just has such a good look. It had such definition, to whatever, it might be, whatever. So yeah, he put it on my pit, man. So and I just saw that and I'm like, oh my God, dude, you killed it.
He listens.
He absolutely
He listens
killed
to
it,
you.
so.
He listens to everything you say. even in those casual conversations that he has with you, man, and he just runs with it.
He absolutely does. And if you are not a control freak and you can get out of the way and just let him do what he does, once you get that pit, man, you're going to be absolutely floored.
100%.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, what was the paint scheme? Because I know I could notice on the firebox it had like that little, whatever you want to call it, distressed or patina edge to it that just looks fantastic.
Yeah, he did that over the entire pit.
Yep.
And clear coated it.
Yep.
You know, and I still have to fire it up to kind of cure the clear coat into it, you know, and everything. But
Get that rustic look.
We were talking about that because I love the way he does that with the grind or whatever, and it gives it that, like you said, a distressed kind of look, you know, on that metal, and it has like a gunmetal look, and then has the distress, you know.
Yeah.
And so you know, you do the welds or whatever, you grind down the welds and all that stuff, you know. But what really caught my attention to it was when I was looking at, even on the back where he puts the Backline Smokers logo, you know, the tag or emblem, he even put that on there. So it's not just because of the craftsmanship of, you know, how he constructs the pit, but it has artistic edge and how he does things to just make it just a little bit better and stand out just a little more than the next pit. So.
And he has it laser cut into the handle too.
Yeah.
That's what he did. I was going to say that's what he did with mine too.
Yeah.
Right when you grab the handle on both ends of it that connected to the door, he laser cut backline in there. And I had, you know, he again, he goes that extra mile. He just asked me for a picture of my logo, the BBQ Broker logo. And here I am thinking he's just going to paint it on. He fabricates this 3 or 4 piece metal, probably weighed like 50, 60 pounds, and he bolts it on. It's just this like 3D logo. He comes up with something new all the time.
All the time.
He just, depending on the person. And it's for a pit builder of that size, you don't get that. Usually you kind of get the same old thing coming off the line.
Absolutely. And the thing is that I think that so many people have seen so many barbecue pits, you know, whether they're trailers or backyard models or pool carts, whatever it might be, that we get desensitized to things that are really great. And so when I'm looking at this pit, it didn't click, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I thought, okay, something looks different. And he says, man, you hadn't even noticed this, and he brought me to the back. Now, typically when you see, you know, your pits, you got your firebox and then you got your cooking chamber and it's all welded together. It's, you know, looks like one piece, whatever. Dude, when you look at this, and I'll take some pictures, and I don't know if Johnny Mag's got pictures to it to this great detail, but does the firebox and the actual cooking chamber looks completely separated and detached. So basically on the horizontal cooking chamber, is connected to the rest of the pit by maybe a quarter of the actual cooking chamber itself. So it's almost like it's like a pedestal like this, and then you got the cooking chamber sitting on, instead of it being like this, it's literally like this.
Yeah.
So it looks really freaking, it almost looks like a floating cooking chamber.
Damn. Yeah. It's,
Badass.
it is a
So
sexy looking
He
thing.
angles the firebox down a little bit, or
No, the
pulls it back?
firebox all looks the same.
Okay.
The firebox all looks the same.
That's badass.
It's just the way that he actually mounted this thing on here. So you got the firebox on this side, you got the cooking chamber on this side, but the way it's connected on the back side, so it looks horizontal cooking chamber is floating by itself.
Wow. So your firebox is on your left side. Is that what you said?
Correct.
Is that because you're lefty, or is that just a preference?
No, well, what happened? You know,
Oh, maybe
what had happened
maybe
was-
where you're situating it in your yard or something, or the way the wind blows, or something like that.
Well, originally what was happening, we were talking about when we were going to do the original comp pit, and where it was going to go in my garage versus when I pull it out into the driveway and that type of thing.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? It would work better if we had it flipped. And he said, well, I haven't built one like that yet. And I'm like, damn it, let's do that then, because hell, let's be different.
Right.
And then we went through some different upgrades and changes and this, that, and the other. And so the day that he hit me up, he says, hey, which way do you want this cut on? And I said, dude, I don't care. Do your thing. Let me stay out of the way. Just do your thing. And so he stayed with that idea of putting the box on the left, because not a lot of people do that.
No.
They don't. It usually is for a retrofit for some reason, or in some type of trailer or a smokehouse or something like that.
Yeah.
Is your door still on the end, or does your door face? Is it on the front?
No, this is the one. The door is on the end.
In the end, okay.
Yeah.
And did he put a damper on your door as well?
He did.
Okay.
So this one, I think yours might have three.
Three
diamonds?
doors, three diamonds. Yep.
Yeah. So this one has 2 diamonds.
Okay. That's all you need in your size pit. That's more than enough. I can keep mine closed almost all the way. I swear. Right? It's got so much suction and convection that, I just, with three good sized pieces of wood in there, kind of tic-tac-toed, man, I keep that thing just cracked open. And every half inch I move it, I could probably get a good 10-degree difference out of my smoker, just for that little tiny bit.
See, and that to me, when he was leaving, we were talking about some different stuff, and I said, man, that's the fun part to me, is getting to play with the pit and figure out all the little different nuances and how you can get it to do this or get it to do that and maintain this or maintain that. I've got a lot of playing around to do with this thing, so, and that's some great advice I would give to anybody out there that's learning how to barbecue and learning how to use an offset cooker, whatever it is. Definitely play around with it and figure out what works for you as far as getting your temperatures, maintaining your temperatures. If you need to bump temperatures, what would you have to do? If you're using a fire basket, maybe your firebox is big enough that you can manipulate the actual position of the fire. Do you put it closer to the cooking chamber? Do you pull it further away from the cooking? There's just so many different things that you can do to learn your pit and get it to cook the way you want to cook. So I think that's vital. Before you go wanting to go throw meat on there and this and that, man, start playing around with it and measure some temperatures and really get to know what you're doing with it.
I definitely learned that my smoker, from when I got it in January until now, where it's so hot, if I'm out at a catering gig, man, I'll tell you, I only need half the amount of wood that I needed in the wintertime. And that thing, because it gets real hot. That quarter inch steel gets hot.
Man,
so just half the amount of wood, and I'm still rocking it at 2 pieces of wood just crossed. I'm banging out 275, 280 like it's nothing, on a hot summer day. And he made my stack 2 inches higher than a normal stack because of the. And again, that's just the extra thinking that he does. He's like, shit, my boy's going to be up in that northeast, and it gets cold. I want to make sure he gets enough draw out of this. I'm making the stack 2 inches taller. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. And Greg, something that maybe you didn't know is that we had your pit tuned in perfectly with a few briskets before it got out there to you.
No, you did not. That thing was clean as a whistle. It was unseasoned when I got it, and the clear coat was not set. So that's a lie. That's a lie. I know the clear coat wasn't set because I saw the fingerprint in the clear coat from one of my boys helping me push it on top into my
Gene
driveway.
has just thrown the key away. So
I hope you did, man. I hope you did cook on it, because I just that would be that would be
Let's see who's
an
in
honor if
here.
you cooked on my smoker.
Hey, Richard, what's up? Lep, Gray Reiner, Brother Steven, Tommy, Juke.
Yeah, all the boys.
Ephraim, Larry. Ooh, Miss Booger. Diane, hello. Dutch, what's up?
Dutchy.
Danielle, Diva Q herself. Well, how you doing, darling? Kyle, what's happening? Kevin, all the crews here. All right, you ready? Brother Alton.
Yes, sir.
Brisket.
Brisket.
The magic word.
I had to wait 25 minutes.
brisket.
I had to wait 25 minutes for you to say that freaking word, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you've been completely sitting here tongue-tied trying to get a word in edgewise with me and Alton. Yeah, okay.
But now we're getting to the brass tacks.
A few months ago on one of your lives, you had the subject of brisket came out, and it was hands down the most interesting brisket conversation I have ever heard.
Okay.
And you were going step by step in all the, I don't know if you want to call it falsehoods of how to hold the brisket, how to treat the brisket, with cooler, no cooler,
I guess just
wraps,
myth,
no
like
wraps,
myth busting. Brisket myth busting.
Yes.
So to speak. Is that true in a way?
Yeah,
I
like that.
I did not
like
see this,
that.
but
I like
it's
that.
not, that's where this is going, it sounds like. Yeah. Brisket myth busting.
So, what would you say is the key to a good brisket?
The key to a good brisket, man. I don't know if I can say there's just one key. You know, there's brisket can be a difficult cook, but it can also be the most simple cook, if that makes sense. There's a lot of different things, man. There's a lot of different moving parts that you have to execute in order to have a good brisket. So I don't know if I can tell you it's just one thing that can get you there. But I guess I'm gonna have to say, if I had to narrow it down, I would say consistency. Consistency meaning you need a good consistent pit temperature. You know, you don't want it big swings one way or the other, and you know, that type of thing. You know, stay consistent with the way you trim it and get it ready to go on the pit. You know, things of that nature is what I'll say. If I had to pick one thing to say, it's going to be a key to a good brisket. And you're right. There's a lot of different things. First, let me back up for a second and let me say this. By no shape, form, or fashion am I any type of brisket whisperer or brisket king or anything like that. I just put out there what works for me. Everybody out there that cooks is going to have to find an avenue that works for them. What I do and the way I do some of the things that I do might not work for you. So don't think that what I'm saying, or anybody that's on YouTube or, you know, TV or whatever, don't think that what they're saying is the absolute be all for brisket cooking. We're just sharing with you ideas and methods and principles that we do that works well for us. So that's what I like to share and try to get out to people. But one of the things that does kind of kill me is the whole, once you get this, you know, brisket to this temperature, because this person said it has to go to this temperature, you then pull it out, wrap it up, and throw it in a cooler and cover it with towels. And I'm like, no, you don't do that. You know, not straight off the pit. You got to let it cool. You let it rest down. Then you wrap it up, put it in your, you know, whatever. And I just wanted to say that. So
because a lot of people don't realize that you can overcook it a lot. If you take it right out at that so-called magic number, everyone likes to say, let's take it out at 203 and then wrap it up. Now, I'm not saying I haven't done that. Of course, I've done that. But if I'm going to wrap it, if you do what I'm learning by cooking a lot of these briskets, like for parties and stuff, I cooked 8 for Father's Day. You can't just take it out when it's done and throw it in your warmer. I let it sit out for an hour at least an hour before I even throw it in my Alto sham. You know, and still after an hour, it's in the 190s, easy.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. So yeah, absolutely. I think people get annoyed when they ask me, because I get tons of questions about it, but I don't care about a finishing temperature. I really don't care. I sometimes don't even look to see what the finishing temperature is. I'm feeling it. I'm poking it. If it feels right, hey, it's coming off. You know, and then at that point, I'll get it in the cooler, or I'll get it in the cooler. I'll get it on a rack, let it rest. And then I'll start checking temperature on it. And once I get down to 170, 165, something like that, at that point, I'll get it in my warming oven, you know, and have my warming oven set on 150, 155. And I let it rest until we're ready to cook it or cut it up. So, yeah.
Yeah, because that was one of the topics. Well, first, just to let you know, looks like your picture has frozen, but the audio is dead on perfect, so we're good.
Okay.
Your sound, the sound's great, so we're good on that. But yeah, that was one of the ones that part of that conversation I found was fascinating, was the fact of you just leave it on the counter and just let it do its thing. Not run it into a cooler and the towels and da-da-da, which, like you said, there's some be-all, end-all myths here and there about that. But I love how you said, do what works for you, because I know you in particular, you say that you cook to color. So you get to a certain temperature, and then you would wrap once you got the color where you want it.
Yep.
While some other people are like, no, you gotta take it to 170, 175, 180, then wrap it.
That annoys me.
It was just like I said, it was just a fascinating point you were making here. But we do have a little bag of goodness over here, and I want your insight on that. What is the deal on this wonderful smelling post oak?
What's up with post oak? Because we got red oak, and it's delicious. It's vanilla. It's sweet. It burns clean and hot, and doesn't over smoke your food. Very similar to, I think, why a lot of people would use this post oak that my buddy had ordered and brought some over. Let me light it a little bit. What is it with post oak, brother? Shit, did we lose him?
Maybe we lost him. You know what? Let's reset that and see if we can get him back. Why don't you guys talk about post oak for a minute, and I'll do my job over here.
Let's talk about my wood now that you're holding it in your hand. What is it about it?
You want to know what it smells like right now?
Juke. Come on, some of my Texas boys, Big Rome. What is it about the post oak? It smells delicious. I mean, it doesn't smell too different than our oak, I don't think. Look at that. It smells good. But
I'm getting wood shop class in 6th grade.
I mean, it's for all we know.
First time you used the bandsaw.
For all we know, this could just be pieces of some guy's back deck in Texas.
Just resend it and see if I can get him back.
So I don't know, but
let me text him real quick.
So yeah, we have some technical difficulties here. Yeah, guy.
No, he's coming back in
Yeah,
there.
Larso's trying to get back
They're
in.
professionals. He knows.
So where'd we lose you on the post oak
He knew
discussion?
I'd reset it and try and get him back in there. There we go.
Absolutely.
So we lost you on post oak.
Where'd the post oak go?
Post oak. And I'm like, they're gonna let us in here. I text you, Johnny.
Yeah, I did. I just saw it.
Tell us
He
what
just put burning wood back in the bag.
I just put burning wood back in the bag.
What are you doing?
It's not. It just lit for a second. It's fine. Relax. I just smoking a little, actually.
I mean, it won't for long, I guess, without.
Oh my goodness.
We just burned some post oak. So what is it with post oak?
Smell.
Dude, the post oak, it's just that aroma, man. When you get
It
that
is.
post oak burning, you get that aroma in the air. It's just so therapeutic.
Well,
There's
and
just
number
something
one,
about
it's
it.
plentiful.
That's true.
Post oak and oak in general is very plentiful around
Central Texas, right?
here. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just like us with the applewood.
And honestly, regular red oak. Red oak to me is got that sweet vanilla, and that's what I use the majority to cook my briskets. And when I walk into my kitchen, my prep kitchen, and you smell just this brisket and this vanilla hint over it with the butcher paper and everything. I'm like, how does it get better than this? So I don't know. So I'm going to cook something soon, and I'm gonna use some post oak and see if there really is a huge difference between the two woods.
Well, Juke says it doesn't leave an overpowering smoke flavor, but leaves a great color on everything.
And so does the red oak. Like a great smoke rings, doesn't overpower. So are we lucky that we have a red oak, and can we cook a really good, authentic Texas-style brisket with our red oak? I need to find that out. So I need big logs, basically.
Absolutely.
I
you
need
can.
big logs. I need big post oak logs.
So one of the things that people have to realize is that there's no one flavor profile that defines Texas barbecue.
We're talking central right now. We're talking central.
yeah.
We're going down the south with mesquite. We're going down the western part. We're talking pecan or pecan, if you would. Pecan.
But Central does pecan mixed with oak too.
Okay. Good to know.
It's very popular.
Good to know. Good to know. And I love pecan. I think it's like a lighter kind of a note.
Yeah.
Smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a huge mesquite fan. I absolutely do love it when I'm grilling, hot and fast.
Yeah.
Agree. Totally agree. Yes.
But I'm not a fan of that in the smoker. So I know none of my pits ever actually get mesquite on them. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mesquite tends to leave can become very overpowering.
Absolutely.
Especially with the load with the offset in the smoking process. But like you said, with the grilling hot and fast, you can get away with it.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
I think if you go in like barbacoa and you're trying to go for that South Texas feel, I feel like the mesquite gives some extra smoke into those barbacoa tacos. What do you think? No?
Yeah, go for it, man.
No, I'm asking you. What do you think?
I always tell people, man.
Jean's shaking her head. Hell no, she says. No mesquite.
Try it out. I will all try it out, man, because I don't like. You might like or you might not like it. It just depends. You won't know until you try it.
Yeah.
We
can get
play
mesquite
around with
logs.
it,
We can get mesquite logs, but at their Home Depot, crappy, dried out stuff.
Just let it sit there.
It'll be something.
It'll work.
I mean, one thing is we have to be completely inclusive here. One of the things that for anybody out there that's maybe new to my channel or whatever that I do on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, one of the things I'm really trying to get out there and promote is just all inclusive. I don't care if you're cooking on an offset or a pellet smoker or a Weber kettle or a pit barrel. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have, you're comfortable with, cook on it, and don't be afraid to try different things.
And to his testimony, one of the things that he always says is, "I'm not a better cook. I've just burned more than you've done."
Absolutely.
That's it.
Kent.
That's it. Fuck Kent. That's what I was laughing at.
Kent.
Yeah. Kent starting shit. Okay.
Kent, read
Here's
it
a
out.
question from Kent. Yeah.
Read it
Alton.
out. Read it out loud.
When Alton does a Cali-style brisket, does he still use pine number 3?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude, the carcinogens in pine taste fantastic.
We got to get that pine number 3, man, and we got to do it like our Cali brothers, right?
I saw that you were. My apologies, because you were in the middle of the answer, and I just saw it. I could not contain. I busted out. I was sitting there going, "Oh my
hold
god!"
up. In all seriousness here, people, do not. No, we have not. We will not use pine number 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I don't care. No pine will ever be put on a barbecue pit, and it is not a wood to be used for cooking. Just in case there's anybody out there that's thinking
No softwoods need apply.
No.
Softwood need apply. So you cannot apply. Softwood.
They got pills to fix that.
Oh, yes. So I noticed that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you go fat side down in I think your pellet because the heat source, correct?
Typically, yes.
So in your new back line, how are you going to cook your brisket, up or down?
We're going to play around with it and figure out what works best.
We are.
You know?
We are going to play around with it.
You know, because of the experience I've had with offset cookers, I'll start with fat side up.
You used to cook in Ryan's back line?
Around with it.
You used to cook on Ryan's. You go fat side up on his old back line, his old shop pit?
What would you say again?
I said, did you go? I know you used to do some cooking on his old shop pit, Old Blue.
Yes.
And you used to go fat. You go fat side up on those on that.
Yeah,
one?
we did it. We did, as a matter of fact. We absolutely did.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way I do all mine on the back line. But yeah, when I use a smaller one in my backyard, I got the heat diffuser plate for my Brinkman. I go fat side down because the heat's coming right from that bottom. No matter
and
where.
That's the thing that I always tell people, because you know there's always that whole argument, discussion, whatever.
It's heat source driven.
You know.
Basically.
Yeah, I always say that wherever your heat source is, put your fat between the heat and the meat.
Heat and the meat, baby.
If you put the fat between the heat and the meat, that fat's protecting your meat. You're good to go. I don't think you can go wrong doing it that way. But I will say this. So whenever I'm on my pellet smokers, and because like you said, the diffuser's on the bottom, so you got that heat radiating up. So I'll start my cook with the fat cap down. Whenever I go and wrap that brisket into the butcher paper, I actually will put it back on the pit, fat cap up.
Oh, you flip it.
Oh,
I do. And the reason I do that, and this
kidding.
has come from me playing around with it, doing it 30 different ways and whatever, figuring out what works best for me. So when you, what I find is when you render that fat, right, it gets kind of sticky,
Yeah.
And so what happens is whenever I put it in, and if I left it to where I had the fat cap down, now I'm having this fat sticking
to the
my
paper.
paper and sometimes tearing when I'm trying to pull the brisket out. So it's a combination of that, plus the fact that if I have my meat towards the bottom when I have it wrapped, I now have that meat exposed to all of these juices that are pooling in the bottom of the butcher paper. And so it has more juice for that meat to hopefully reabsorb back into that brisket.
The au jus.
Help it keep a little bit more moist and everything.
The au jus.
Yep.
Yeah, so the way that I do it, and again, this is for me. I do it this way because this is the way I prefer it. So yeah, I'll start with the fat cap down, but once I wrap, I'll go fat cap up.
Wow. Okay. And that bark is still nice under there. That's built under there. Still money and.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I pull the brisket off, and you're ready to get to that cooling period, if I have a brisket that say I've got a lot of juice in that, I'll get some of that juice out of there.
So I wonder.
So I'll let it out. If I have to rewrap it, then I'll rewrap it and then let it rest down in temperature before I then get it into the food warmer.
You don't want to steam it.
Yeah, you don't want to.
No, you don't want to
steam
steam it. I'm curious to know if that method if your preferred method will be that on the new back line, or if you'll stick with
that's
fat
the
up.
fun part of figuring it out. Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man,
It's like Christmas morning, new toys.
It is, man. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I just got the multi-tool.
Yeah.
Like a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and so.
let's talk about that thing for a second. Now,
Man,
tell me
the
everything that.
multi-tool. Oh my God.
Our listeners need to know more about
best
this
tool-
multi-tool.
I don't know. The best way to describe it is
It's grill. It's
grill.
Plant, you can replace it with a griddle, yep.
Santa Maria style.
does it do that? Does it go up and down? Does it go? Okay, so it's
Well, I have a hanging rack
yes.
that goes over the top, so I have chains.
So you can hang
I have a
stuff.
couple of circular grill racks
Yep.
Yes.
that I can adjust those for height,
Okay.
as well as I can just hang if I have some chicken, I can hang it in there and adjust the height to wherever I want it, and so it kind of works like a Santa Maria and the elevating up and down away from the heat. So it works well. Even if I want to, I think what was the last week we made some pineapple salts or pineapple pico.
Yeah.
And so I took some pineapple and I strung it up, hung it from there,
Come on.
and just kind of burned that post oak and let that smoke kind of kiss that fruit.
Oh yeah.
And we got the peppers and the onions and tomatoes on, and we just let it absorb some of that post oak smoke. And then we made salsa out of it. I mean, it's just, dude, a tool like this, a multi-tool, in any live fire cooking, you're only limited by your imagination. You do whatever you feel like you want to cook. One of the things that I want to do now is I want to put some mussels on there. We were just talking about that last night. I want to put some mussels on there and put like a bed of rosemary, on one of these racks, and put the mussels on there and just kind of let
Straight shells on the
burn
racks.
rosemary and infuse some rosemary
wow.
flavor into these mussels. Maybe I might put a white wine type sauce together. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe afterwards you smoke the mussels, get some of that flavor in there, then you toss them in the side sauce that you've made, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
so you get that
so,
smoky, kind of mussel.
Absolutely, because one of the things I really like to do with with mussels and clams and whatnot is we make a Guinness sauce.
Oh.
And so we put that in there with the Guinness and the butter and the cream, and it's some really good stuff. So putting it with this rosemary, I think, and the post oak flavor, I'm thinking, man, that might be a winner. It might not be. I don't know, but we're gonna find
You
out.
never know
find
unless you
out for
try.
sure.
And I have a question for
Absolutely.
Gene. Gene, are you drinking the jug right now, or anything out of the jug?
I am not drinking the jug.
Okay.
I was lucky to get my hand on some Deep Eddy lime.
Ooh, I love the Deep
Ooh.
Eddies. Yeah,
Yeah.
Deep Eddies, good stuff.
Okay, then in that case, hold on. Slow down. You know what we do?
What do we do?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
that's some good
Still
stuff.
got to get my jug decal set. I got to order that.
Brother James is in the house. Junior, what's
Hey.
up? Oh, yeah.
Hey, but one of the things that we're talking about, like with the multi-tool, is again that Ryan does so many different things, and he makes these multi-tools, and no two multi-tools are the same.
That's
Same as when he's doing his different
amazing.
smokers. No two smokers are going to be the same. So on the multi-tool that I have, it's got one ring that's from the the Fireball, and it basically is half plancha and half grill.
That's cool.
And then I just got my insert for it today because there's a hole in the middle that you can actually put a Dutch oven on or a bean pot.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
A Discata. You
Yeah.
can put a Discata on there if you like. Or if you don't want to use any of that right now, you just want more grilling capacity. On mine, I just got my insert that goes in the middle of that. That's basically my Dawgfatha's barbecue logo.
Badass.
So I can put that in there and you can sear a steak on it, and maybe now you can get the logo onto the steak. That would be pretty cool.
That'd
Or
be pretty
you
cool.
can move everything aside and just have the coals and drop your bean pot straight into the coals.
Yeah, we actually did that the other day.
Yeah.
We moved everything out of the way.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what we made. We made something, and we moved everything out of the way. And I pulled out the old Dutch oven, and we
That's
made
what I was-
apple cobbler in it.
That's what I was just about to say. So you're able to do the live Dutch oven cooking right there on it also.
Make some,
Absolutely.
get some beef tallow going. Throw some beef tallow in the Dutch oven.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Make some-
Here we
make
go
some-
with the beef tallow.
Make some tallow.
And everything swings.
You know, I'm just saying, just season tallow your smoker, not to add to your brisket
Oh, yeah.
wraps.
Yeah.
We know that does. That's just a.
No, like I said, man, with the multi-tool, it's you're only limited by your imagination. So whatever you can pick up, you can probably do on this thing. So and if the round size of the multi-tool doesn't work for you, he does make a rectangle, squared off, called the 3-in-1. And the 3-in-1 the same thing. You can have it be one side can be grill, the other side can be plancha. You can go double grill, double plancha, whatever you want to do, you can do. You can kick out the grill and plancha and put discs on each side and do double discatas.
He
It's whatever you
mentioned
wanna do.
something one day about putting taking the tools off and putting a cross on it, so you
Yep.
could do like a little suckling pig or something on there,
Absolutely.
or
Yeah.
a lamb or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, I mean, he pretty much can do whatever you want to do. If you can think it up, he can come up with a way to make it happen. But he has absolutely talked about doing that, putting the iron crosses on there, and putting a lamb on there, or a goat, or pig, or whatever it is you want to do.
That's awesome. And like I said in the intro when I was
price is
giving him the
going
shout out is the possibilities are endless.
They really are. They really are. And if
If you had it in the budget, I would have got the 500 with the multi-tool in the back of it.
My prices are going up right now.
one of the so if you guys remember when we did the hashtag brisket challenge video that we were
Yeah.
alluding to earlier,
Yeah,
that was his original shop pit that we were cooking
Yes.
some of these briskets and ribs and stuff on.
I remember the day.
And I don't know if you caught this, but on the back side of that pit, he actually
he
that
has it.
3-in-1 mounted on there.
Yeah.
He did. I remember that.
And so when we got briskets and stuff on that morning, we went over there on the backside and fired that thing up and made breakfast tacos and all kinds of stuff on there.
Did he have
You know,
a
so-
rotisserie on that as well, or spit on there?
He had a rotisserie on there, and they actually, I think he went to a barbecue. I think it was either a competition festival or something like that. Hooked up with our other brother, Stephen Rossler, Rossler's Blue Cord. Shout out.
Yeah.
But they did a pig on it. And
Yeah.
they cooked a pig on this thing. So I'm looking forward to putting some porchetta on this.
Oh,
multi-tool.
yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen your porchetta videos, and they're
yes.
amazing.
Multiple
Thanks,
times.
man. I love making porchetta. Actually, it's funny because people ask me what's my favorite thing to cook, and they think I'm going to say brisket. Where to me, I've done it so much. Brisket is actually a boring cook to me.
Yeah.
But porchetta, I love making porchetta.
That crunchy outside.
Oh man, it's some goodness.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is. It is.
And that's the funny thing is that we cook so much barbecue. You will be surprised on how much barbecue we actually do eat. You know, I had a party up at the house for Memorial Day weekend, and I had cooked pork belly, brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and everything. And everyone's like, well, what are you eating? I'm eating some queso dip and some of my little play on Mexican street corn with rice and everything, little side dish. I'm eating that, and I'm like, I go, honestly, I spend so much time cooking it, I don't want to eat it at the point. I'll have a little here. Okay,
You pick it as you go along.
It's done. It's the doneness I want.
Yeah.
I got the flavor profile I was shooting for. Perfect. I'm happy. I'm going to kick back and hopefully watch some smiles. That's what I get out of
Yes.
it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Absolutely. And a funny story with that is the last brisket camp that I went to, Texas A&M, I went out there with a buddy of mine and helped them cook and trim briskets and this and that and the other. And I mean, we trimmed so many briskets, man, and cooked so many briskets, and we're there for 2-3 days. And I literally had maybe 2 bites of brisket the entire time.
That's how it happens. After every event we've cooked for, and us and the guys and this and that, we're always hungry at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no food left. We're like, we just cooked 150 pounds of
Well,
meat,
and
we hadn't eaten anything.
When we were cooking that weekend on that Saturday,
That's what I'm saying.
we're doing chicken thighs and we're doing ribs and everything, and tasting the taste.
cheese.
Like, you want to order a pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's order a pizza. Yeah, we're surrounded by food, but let's get a pie.
My son made that comment while we're cooking the briskets of the night, and we're eating Wendy's. He's like, I think it's funny right now that we're cooking all this food and we're eating fast food.
Yeah.
And I said, son, this is typically how it goes down. Fast food,
The
bourbon,
perfect
and a
pitmaster
cigar.
food.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat barbecue. Perfect pitmaster food. Cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Come on now. I just bought Metrix bars that were Fruity Pebble flavored. I mean, there you go. I didn't even know they made those.
Metrics bars. You're about to get your card taken away.
I'm trying to eat healthy. So I got Fruity Pebbles protein bar.
You don't need the protein bars. Add a little extra milk. You'll be good.
The protein bars.
You'll be good. You'll be good.
They're fat free.
But awesome, guys. It was great to see you. It's great to talk to you. Thank you for taking the time to join us. It was wonderful. It's been way too long. Where can everybody find you guys on social media?
So hey, we're the same name on all the platforms. The Dawgfatha's BBQ. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Our main presence is going to be on YouTube. And so if you guys are new out there and haven't come across the channel, come on over. Come be a part of the Dog Pound. We're doing some fantastic things over there. We're having a lot of fun. We just, we grew the channel on, working with pellet smokers and Weber kettles and things of that nature. And now we're starting to get our, viewers and, because I gear for people that are new to the backyard cooking scene, right? We're going to be trying to gear into getting into offset cookers, which is why we got our offset cooker back here now. So we're going to start doing some offset cooks and trying to get people into offset burning some sticks, and by no means am I saying we're giving up on pellets. We will absolutely still be doing pellet cooks too, but we're going to bring this into the fold. So come on over, the Dawgfatha's BBQ on YouTube. We're now 106,000 subscribers strong, which is just insane.
Oh, I did see the picture the other day of a certain box that showed up.
Wait, what?
With a YouTube logo on the box.
Oh, yeah.
What is this said box you speak of?
So this box right here?
That box
What
right
is in there?
Oh,
we got
that
the box right here.
that's something
We have
special.
Not opened
I
it.
know.
Wait, what?
I know. I'm
Do you know
waiting.
what's in there?
I'm waiting for the live. I've been
What
on the edge of my seat. Oh, it says
could be in
Dawgfatha's
there?
going live. I'm like, oh, is this the one? Is this the?
What is that? Look like a sneaker box. Those YouTube branded Jordans. What is going on in there?
That's a very
Well, you know what's
special
gonna be hilarious
thing.
is because
Oh, it's thin. Oh, it's thin. Okay, I didn't see that part. Yeah.
I haven't
hell?
opened it, so I'm assuming what's in there. And so it's going to be hilarious if we go into a live stream and we crack this thing open and it's not
What we think
So
it is.
when are we going to
Yeah.
open that? Because I need to be in on this. I need to know what's happening.
You need to hit that notification
bell.
bell.
Do this next week.
Okay.
I thought it would be fair to, you know what? Let's hold off. Let's wait till my brother Federico is back in town.
Yep.
We start this
yes.
as a team. We're
Okay.
going to unveil it as a team,
Got it.
and we're going to do it together with the Dog Pound. And you know what? We're going to have some fun with it and
Sounds
crack
amazing.
the box open and see what's in there.
Oh yeah.
So
Awesome.
can't wait.
Can't wait.
But
Well,
it will be probably next week.
All right.
all right.
Keep
Good,
an eye, everybody.
good.
Keep an eye out because I know I'm interested in knowing
All
what's
right.
in that box.
Well,
Yeah, man.
Alton, Gene, thank you so much.
Love you guys.
We love you guys.
Hey, love you guys too.
Tell Federico, give Federico our love. You're going to talk to him before I do. So, he's part of the Dog Pound. So,
He is.
Absolutely.
know.
And thank you guys, man, because you know what? There's so many times I tune into you guys, man. You guys show the Dawgfatha's BBQ love. You guys are sporting the shirt. We got our own sound effect.
Christy's on it. She didn't even look at me. I pointed over at her. She didn't even break eye
You don't need
contact.
to tell me.
She just knew. She just
I
knew
got
it.
this.
Bob.
We love having you guys
thank
on.
you guys very much, man. This is always a blast. Anytime you need a affiliate guest spot or a co-host, whatever, man, holler. I'm here.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Awesome.
Yep. Hold up while we do the outro, guys. We'll be back.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Great. I knew it was going to be a great conversation. Like I said, it's just the passion they have for it. It truly comes out to the forefront of it all.
Absolutely does.
It's just genuine, right down home.
Yep.
It's tremendous.
And
Tremendous.
as I don't know who said it. I think it was Alex. Smoothest voice in barbecue.
That's right, baby.
He's got the smoothest voice
Yeah. Him and Brother James.
in all of barbecue.
Him and Brother James.
You just know. You just know it's them.
For
Love it.
sure.
Love it.
Awesome.
What's going on next week?
Next week, I need to call. I'm going to actually talk to him tonight. Brother Rick Galindo of
Ooh.
Rick Galindo's BBQ, and Rick's Barbecue and Specialties on YouTube. He's
a
going to
mouthful.
be joining us.
All right.
So I just got to touch base, make sure we're still on.
Beautiful.
But I will call
Busy
him
month this month.
shortly. Busy.
Woo!
Just talked to the boys from Baseball and Barbecue. We're going to work out a date for next month with them. Oh, it's going to be good.
By the way, I'm really loving your hat. I'm a blue
Yeti, baby.
blue guy. I love blue.
Yeah.
In light blue, it's doing it for me. I don't know what it is.
New Yeti hat. Yeti, holler at your boy.
It's nice.
Well, that's it for this week, folks. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, find us at the links down below.
Right
Pit
there.
Life BBQ, New England Pit Masters,
Barbecue Broker.
That's
all I got.
All a bunch of
What he
other ones. What he said. Questions and comments, send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. We can't thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome. Love the support, the love you guys give us week in, week out. We're truly blessed to have with all of you. You're everyone's family in
Love
here.
you guys. Thanks for
So-
every week supporting us.
That's right. Speaking of week, till next week.
Keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.